Good afternoon, everyone. Today, we're diving into an innovative and ambitious proposal to address one of the most persistent issues in economics: wealth inequality. This concept, introduced in the book Fund Your $100,000, a novel initiative to reduce wealth inequality, outlines a framework that could fundamentally reshape wealth distribution, enhance financial security, and stimulate economic growth in the United States. Let me start with a question. What if every American, regardless of their background, could accumulate $100,000 and be waiting for them at age 65? What if this wealth also grew tax-free and could be passed down to future generations? This is the promise of FY100, short for Fund Your $100,000. Before we dive into the details, let's reflect on the current state of wealth inequality in America. According to the Federal Reserve, the top 10% of households hold nearly 70% of the nation's wealth. Meanwhile, half of Americans have little or no assets, relying entirely on income and social safety nets. The FY100 concept proposes a way to close this gap by creating a universal system for building wealth. During this class, we'll explore the mechanics of FY100, its potential to reshape our economy, and the challenges it faces. I encourage you to think critically and engage deeply with the material. It's ideas like these that push the boundaries of economic policy. At its heart, FY100 is a simple yet transformative idea. Here's how it works. 1. Eligibility and contributions. Every American with a Social Security number is eligible to have up to $100,000 deposited into a special FY100 account during their lifetime. Contributions can come from multiple sources: employers, family, nonprofits, or government programs. 2. Tax advantages. Contributions are tax-free, and the funds grow tax-free. Upon turning 65, account holders can withdraw the money without paying taxes. This makes FY100 accounts more advantageous than traditional retirement accounts like IRAs or 401ks or their Roth counterparts. 3. Investment mechanism. The funds are invested in publicly traded domestic equities. The Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, would oversee these investments, focusing on stable, dividend-yielding assets. Dividends are reinvested, ensuring compounding growth. The investment returns are also pooled, ensuring equitable returns for all participants. 4. Inheritance and continuity. Unused funds can be passed down to heirs, who can inherit the balance tax-free. This makes FY100 not just a retirement savings tool, but also a mechanism for building intergenerational wealth. What makes this proposal stand out is its universality. Unlike traditional retirement accounts, which require earned income or employer sponsorship, FY100 is accessible to everyone: the unemployed, underemployed, and dependents, even children. The focus is on building wealth, not just income. To understand the potential impact of FY100, let's examine the economic principles underpinning it. Wealth inequality. As we discussed earlier, wealth inequality in the United States is staggering. The concentration of wealth in the hands of a few limits economic mobility and increases societal divisions. Traditional redistributive policies like progressive taxation have had limited success in addressing this issue. FY100 takes a different approach. Instead of redistributing wealth, it focuses on creating wealth for those who currently lack it. Long-term savings and investment. FY100 accounts are locked until age 65, ensuring that contributions are invested for the long term. This creates a stable pool of capital that benefits not only the account holders, but also the broader economy. By investing in dividend-yielding domestic equities, FY100 supports American businesses while minimizing risk. Tax incentives. Tax policy is a powerful tool for shaping behavior. FY100 leverages this by offering significant tax advantages to contributors. For example, employers who contribute to an employee's FY100 account save on payroll taxes, while individuals who fund accounts for others can claim tax deductions. These incentives make FY100 attractive to a wide range of stakeholders. Reducing dependency on social programs. One of the most compelling arguments for FY100 is its potential to reduce reliance on government programs like Social Security and Medicaid. If individuals have at least $100,000 waiting for them at retirement, they are less likely to need supplemental income or healthcare assistance, easing the burden on these strained systems. Generational wealth transfer. Unlike Social Security, FY100 accounts can be passed down to heirs, creating a mechanism for building intergenerational wealth. This is particularly significant for historically marginalized groups who have faced systemic barriers to wealth accumulation that pensions and Social Security do not adequately address. Let's make this more concrete with some real-world scenarios. Scenario 1. The employer contribution. Maria works for a mid-sized nonprofit. Her employer offers to deposit $10,000 of her annual salary into her FY100 account. This saves the employer money on payroll taxes while providing Maria with a tax-free investment. By retirement, Maria's account has grown substantially, giving her financial security she wouldn't have had otherwise. Scenario 2. The family giver. James is a successful lawyer. He maxes out his FY100 account and starts funding accounts for his parents, who are over 65. Because his parents' accounts are unlocked, they can access the funds immediately, providing a tax-free financial cushion. Scenario 3. The community program. A church creates a program to fund FY100 accounts for its members. Contributions from the congregation are pooled and distributed to individuals who might not otherwise be able to save for retirement. This not only benefits the recipients, but also strengthens the community as a whole. Scenario 4. The wealthy benefactor. Ms. Weil, a high-income professional, uses her company bonus to fund FY100 accounts for her extended family. The tax advantages make this a win-win. She reduces her tax liability while helping her relatives build wealth. Scenario 5. The government's role. Imagine a government initiative that seeds every newborn's FY100 account with $1,000. By the time these individuals turn 65, their accounts could grow to over $44,000, assuming a 6% annual return. If the government were to fully fund each newborn's account to the $100,000 cap, the potential growth over a lifetime could exceed $4 million per person. No policy is without its challenges. Let's critically examine some potential obstacles for FY100. Where do the initial contributions come from? While employers, families, and nonprofits will play a role, government funding could be a source to supplement contributions. The flexibility of the program means that any level of government could provide funding for any constituent group. This raises questions about feasibility and cost, particularly in the early stages. One challenge is convincing people to trust a system that locks their money away for decades. Behavioral economics teaches us that immediate rewards often outweigh long-term benefits in decision-making. FY100 tries to incentivize long-term investment through immediate tax benefits. While FY100 aims to reduce inequality, wealthier individuals may be better positioned to fund their accounts and those of their families. Policymakers must ensure the program doesn't inadvertently widen the gap it seeks to close. FY100 limits the potential for a widening gap by imposing a $100,000 lifetime contribution cap per individual. Further, the tax incentives for contributors encourage those with wealth to spread it to others in a variety of creative scenarios. If trillions of dollars are tied up in the stock market, economic shocks could have amplified effects. How do we safeguard against this? Diversification and prudent investment strategies will be crucial. The long-term time horizon also minimizes this risk by inhibiting emotional withdrawals. Further, investments are structured to protect principal and pool returns, ensuring one group is not negatively impacted while another profits. Managing millions of accounts, tracking contributions, and ensuring compliance will require robust systems. Collaboration between agencies like the IRS, SEC, and Social Security Administration is essential and challenging. In conclusion, Fund Your $100,000 is a visionary proposal that challenges conventional approaches to wealth inequality. It offers a path to universal financial security while stimulating economic growth and reducing reliance on social programs. However, implementing such a system will require careful planning, broad support, and an ability to navigate significant challenges. Now, let's open the floor for discussion. Do you see this as a viable solution to wealth inequality? How might it be improved to assure adoption? And what role should government, businesses, and individuals play in its success? Remember, as economists, our job isn't just to critique ideas, but to refine them and find ways to make them work. Bold ideas like FY100 push us to think creatively and responsibly about the future. Thank you, and I'll see you all at our next class.